What's up, delivery fam? Welcome to another episode of, you know what it is, right? You know, Gig Talk Live. What up, my peoples? I hope y'all had a marvelous day. Marvelous, whatever my tongue was about to say. Tonight we're going to be talking about something interesting with Grubhub. It's going to be basically drivers are blamed and this looks really bad. What is it that UDM is talking about? We're going to dive into that in just a second. What's up, Aranka? What's up, Randall M? What's up, Star? What's up, Lynn Lucas? What's up, Tom C? What's up, Joshua 305? If you haven't done so already, ladies and gentlemen, if you're brand new to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe, click the bell, and join the team, okay? Because we are a family here, and nobody understands what we do except for drivers just like you. Yes. Got something hanging from my hat. What's up, Matt B? What's up, Trizzle? What's up, Christy? How did y'all do today? Did you work today? Did you stay home today? What did you do today? Gen V, what's up? How you doing? All right, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are going to be talking about, again, Grubhub. Drivers are blamed and this looks really bad, okay? Now, before I dive into that, I got just one opening announcement, all right? This driver reached out to me under one of my videos and asked me this. UDM, Chili's, I guess that's what they meant to put. UDM, Chili's, the restaurant, just told me it's illegal to do multiple delivery orders. Did you hear anything about that? Illegal to do multiple delivery orders? Can somebody help me out, please? Put it in the chat or in the comment section down below. It's illegal? I gotta laugh at that one. It's illegal? I'm going to put it back up on the screen. Hold up. So y'all know I'm not making this up. Jesus is King says, UDM, Chili's, the restaurant, or is it Chills, the restaurant? I don't know. I never heard of Chills, the restaurant, but I've heard of a Chili's. So I'm guessing it's Chili's, the restaurant, just told me it's illegal to do multiple delivery orders. Did you hear anything about this? Family, if you heard anything about this, please inform us, okay? I heard nothing about doing multiple delivery orders being illegal. You see how puzzled I look? Yeah. Okay. So, Jesus is King. I don't know. Please don't take this the wrong way. It's just the thought of them saying that it is illegal is the part that's really getting to me. Like, how is it illegal to do multiple delivery orders? If you go back to that restaurant multiple times, that is now you doing multiple delivery orders. Maybe they meant multiple different apps. The person that might have said that to you, I doubt they know what they're talking about. Maybe they were trying to get you to stick to that one app since they were bombarded or since they had a whole lot of orders coming in from many different apps. This is just a guess of mine, okay? I don't know. But if you're watching on the replay, Jesus is King, this was not to make fun of you or your comment or anything. It's just the thought of this restaurant saying it's illegal. I never heard nothing like that in my life. All right. So anyway, all right. What's up, J-Rod? What's up, Naz, the gig accountant, exoplanet research? What's up, Trizzle? What's up, everybody? Peace be with you at all times. Everybody that's watching on the replay, thank you for tuning in. I'm going to get to the meat and potatoes of this tonight's topic, okay? I was sent an article a couple of days ago, all right? Now, what I read in this article is what caused me to create this stream, all right? The title of this stream, all right? Everything that you see, even in the thumbnail. I wanted to get this through to you guys, and I wanted to have a conversation about it, all right? Now, the title of this article, by the way, you can find the link in the description down below if you want to read the entire article. The title of this article is Grubhub drivers dupe restaurant out of hundreds, owners say. Okay? The owner says Grubhub drivers in their market are duping. That just sounds all kind of wrong. But anyway, Grubhub drivers dupe restaurants out of like hundreds of dollars. Okay? Now, let's get this article started. New York City having to shut down shut their doors to diners has been tough enough for restaurants struggling to survive during the COVID-19 pandemic. Even worse is that some eateries who now depend on takeout and deliveries are being cheated by some unscrupulous Grubhub drivers. Let's stop there for a second. This article is targeting drivers, specifically in the New York City area market, are being cheated by some unscrupulous Grubhub drivers. Let's continue this article. See what else they're talking about. One person says, it's a scam that delivery drivers have figured out how to work the system, says Grace, that last name, I cannot pronounce it, co-owner of Leo's Rendezvous, a Hoboken landmark for 82 years. Let's continue. Oh, my bad, y'all. She and the owner of Worst Bar in Jersey City both tell similar stories of having Grubhub drivers who sign on to a delivery but then fail to show up to the restaurant to pick up the food. I gotta get back on the screen. Is this new to you guys? All my Grubhub drivers, all my DoorDash, Uber Eats, Postmates drivers, is this the first time you're hearing something like this? I hope it's not. This should not be new to you at all. All right? But let's continue. All right? Let's see here. We just read this one. Now, let's go to this part. This is the part that made me feel like this is really bad. It makes us look really bad. All right? It says, where is it? On a recent Friday evening, Leo's had over $500 of undelivered orders. $500 of undelivered orders? Damn! Damn! That's all I can really say. Because if they have that much money sitting around in food, undelivered, that really makes us look bad. Especially during these times. Now, I'm not saying, there's more to this article, and I'm just picking and choosing what parts I read and stuff like that, and I'm putting myself back up on the screen. But if you want to read this entire article, hey, go, by all means, go ahead and check it out for yourself. But this is really making us look bad. Now, Grubhub is basically screwing down that boat, tightening that screw on our behinds because of this type of stuff. What type of stuff, you ask? Okay, let's read. All right. According to this article, I'm going back to it. I know you guys have it up on the screen, but according to the article, it says at the bottom, they said they can't, matter of fact, let me finish reading that. On a recent Friday evening, Leo's had over $500 of undelivered orders. When blank, I don't know how to pronounce that person's name, called Grubhub, She said they refused to send another person to deliver the food. They said they can't because once the driver says the order has been delivered, it's done. It makes no sense, she said. Now, one last part of this article I'm going to read is the customers have to contact Grubhub or their credit card company to get a refund. It's not always easy. Another reason for non-deliveries is only after a driver agrees to a job do they find out how much of a tip the customer is leaving. If it's a small tip and a long distance, some will simply abandon the job without notifying the restaurant or the customer. Some drivers will change their profile picture and contact information to make it hard to reach them. Y'all changing y'all profile pictures and contact information so they can't get in contact with you? I'm not saying anyone in the DFAM. I'm just saying, generally speaking, drivers are changing their profile picture. I don't know. I find that hard to. Is that even a thing? Can y'all help me out here? I don't even know if that's a thing. Is it really a thing to change your profile picture and your phone number? Is it really a thing? Because this article is making us look terrible in the New York City market. This sounds freaking crazy to me. Now, the thing is, at the very end of this article, I'm going to read the very end here, and I'm going to tell you guys what it says. It says, a Grubhub spokesperson tells this news station, we have zero tolerance for this type of misconduct and will terminate, keyword, terminate any driver who engages in this behavior. Now, some parts of this article is stated that drivers were, during these times, drivers are going to the restaurant. It's not just the fact that they are leaving orders undelivered, but it's also, they're saying things like Grubhub drivers are not going to pick it up. They accept the order, then they mark it as delivered without going to pick it up. All right. So that is not a new story. Okay. But this article seems to be pushing the envelope a bit. Okay. And they're saying during these times when it's already tough for everyone and restaurants don't have anyone dining in, Grubhub drivers are taking advantage and $500 worth of food is sitting around. Even if we might not feel that way, family, this directly affects us. If hundreds of dollars of food is sitting around, and I understand what y'all doing. Y'all out there to make your money. It ain't our fault the food's sitting, right? I totally get that, right? It ain't our fault, UDM. What you talking about? Listen. Hear me out. If hundreds of dollars of food during these times, pandemic, COVID-19, if hundreds of dollars of food is sitting around, who looks bad? Yes, they're going to write an article about Grubhub, but who looks bad? They are directly blaming us for the food sitting, and they even said in part in the article that if we see that it has no tip, we unassign it. What's up, Brenda Bliss? What's up, DB? What's up, everybody? What's up? Oh my gosh. Listen, I'm not saying that this type of stuff is not happening with drivers out there. We know, we are here, family. We here, okay? Get real close, all right? We are here. Listen, I know that this type of stuff, there are some bad drivers on all platforms, all right? Now, we love Grubhub. Now, recently, you guys know, I've shared it on a few streams already, that Grubhub is going to be tightening that screw, that bolt, that everything on our behinds. because a lot of this stuff is going down. It's not necessarily just because they're getting they're getting bad press, but down to look at it. Pay attention to this. Down to them saying, I posted the screenshot a couple of streams ago where I said that they're now going to act like DoorDash and Postmates, saying, hey, it don't appear that you're heading in the direction of the restaurant. They want you to immediately head in the direction of the restaurant after you accept it. At least DoorDash gives you 5 minutes before they send you your first notification. At least that's from my experience. I get 5 minutes and then they send me a notification. Another 5 minutes, then they send me a notification asking me, do I want to keep the order or not? Then another 5 minutes, hey, we're going to unassign this in 90 seconds. That's what my experience is like. But I do not know what Grubhub has up their sleeve, what's going to happen in the coming weeks, like they mentioned in that screenshot I showed you guys. But this makes us look really bad. I'm now going to open up the lines and give a few more people some shout outs. So say what's up in the chat so I can say what's up back to ya. John Spalding, what's up? Tom C, you get, okay, Randall M says 5, more like 30 seconds. Okay, all right. What's up, Joshua 305? UDM, your hat looks new. You know how many streams I've done with this hat? You're just noticing it's new? This hat is about 6 months old. What's up, 2020? What's up, John McKaylen? Briggs, T. Marie, Jacqueline, I don't know. What's up, Dennis Graham, Richard Longbreak? What's up, Florida Mark? I'm gonna open up the lines in about 10 seconds, family. So if you're ready to open, if you want to call in, I'm gonna put the number up on the screen right now. All right, get that number ready because I'm about to open up. Greg Bauer says, best thing to multi-app. I have DoorDash and Uber Eats on Android separate phone line, and Caviar and Grubhub on iOS on a separate line. Cali Dogs, what's good? What's good? Brenda Blith, I wonder if Matt Maloney knows what's really going on as far as the orders go. Seems like he doesn't. He probably doesn't. The number is on the screen, family, and the lines are... Oh, what the heck? Okay, all right, looks good. Skype trying to get me to verify my info. The lines are now open, ladies and gentlemen. The number is on the screen, 954-893-2121. All right, I expected that call to be number one. Who do y'all think number one caller is? Who do you think the number one caller is? Thank you for calling Gig Talk Live. Don't say anything yet. Let's see who can guess who's on the line first. Who's on the line, family? Put it in the chat right now. Who do you think is on the line? Santa? It ain't even Christmas time, dude. At least if you had said the Easter Bunny or something. You talking about Santa. A troll? Okay, not double M. Nope. Okay, all right. So, yes, it is Josh. A few of them got it right. What's up, Josh? Talk to me, brother.
Not much, man. What?
Whispering, Josh.
What?
Don't start the whispering, Josh.
Ain't nobody whispering.
Can y'all just put the whispering?
Turn up the speaker. Turn.
I'm not turning up the speaker. You need to speak up.
I mean, I'm speaking. Never mind.
All right. What's up, brother? Talk to me. How do you feel about this article? Well, first, I kind of partially saw your response to the stealing topic of, us possibly, no, not the stealing. I'm sorry. The illegal to deliver multiple orders at Chili's or Chills. I think it was Chili's. What do you think about that?
I mean, there have been talks every time I go to a restaurant, and they may have seen. This is why I don't take the bag in the restaurant anymore. Maybe I take the bag into the restaurant and I put because they got the big bag.
Okay.
And if I'm multi-apping, I'll put the orders in the same bag because you only got a couple of hot bags. You try to keep all the orders warm, so you might have to use one hot bag for 2 orders.
Okay.
So I've heard restaurants basically tell me, yo, it's illegal and against health code to cross-contaminate food by putting one restaurant's food with another. And I mean, I've always brushed it off. I've never really cared about it, to be honest with you. I mean,
Okay.
I held a food license for about 4 years and I let it go. So there's nothing they could do with me. I'm just an extension of their company. So that's
Okay.
on them.
All right. So, what about this article? How do you feel about all of this stuff that's going on in New York? It seems like New York is really giving Grubhub and a lot of these other apps a hard time. Well, some might say it's fair. Some might say it's unfair. Some might say it's fair that they're targeting drivers that are doing these types of things. Some might say it's unfair that they're specifically blaming drivers for not wanting to accept an order or freely unassigning an order that they don't want because a customer did not leave a tip. How do you feel about all of this stuff that the article said? The stuff that I put on the screen.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of blame shifting, mainly because that's a PR stunt for Grubhub. They're going to shift it off on extensions of the company that they don't have control over, which is us. But I mean, when you break down the whole thing, it's a few cases are becoming more and more popular because the order volume is a lot higher due to this whole COVID-19 thing.
Right.
So, I mean, the order volume's higher, which means the things that are being done, which would be seen as rare, are happening a lot more often because people are just trying to make that quick dollar. So, I mean, in a sense, does it make all of us look bad? No. People can differentiate in their head. That's like Amazon drivers versus UPS drivers, so on and so forth, with throwing in the packages. People can differentiate between the one guy that's stealing and the people that are out here that are actually doing the work.
Right.
They don't all look at us as a whole. I mean, now the way that they're broadcasting it, basically Grubhub when it's not just Grubhub, but you get my point.
Yeah. Well, the part that really got me in this article was you see how they're pushing the envelope of basically, hey, we're in a tough time right now. And the times that restaurants are struggling to stay open, we have a restaurant having like $500 worth of food just sitting. Damn, you know how bad that. And then they talking about, at least from my perspective, I feel like that makes us look bad. This is not like $100 worth of food. Well, then again, I don't even know how much a plate costs at this damn restaurant.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
For all we know, that could be just one plate of shrimp. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Do you guys feel like it's $500 like a lot of food, or if it's like a little bit of food? If you've heard of this restaurant, what do you think it is? Put it in the chat or in the comment section down below. It's a lot of food, $500 worth, or is it a little bit of food, but it's expensive? All right, so Josh, anything else you want to say to the family, brother, before I open the lines back up?
I mean, no, I kind of wanted to touch on the whole $500 part. That ain't, whatever they got going on in the restaurant ain't none of my business. Whatever food they got sitting there, that's not my problem. It's not any of our problems.
Okay.
It's basically, and it all boils down to the reputation. Why is the food sitting? Do you have terrible customers that don't tip because you have cheap food? Do you have terrible service and you make your driver wait for 45 minutes before you bring the food so no one wants to go over there? The tables turn when you kind of look at the statistics. So,
of
again,
course, but they're not going to reveal that. They're not going to reveal that. I gave so much respect to that DoorDash driver that went to the news to talk about them possibly getting deactivated because a customer said that the food was not delivered. It's like, for at least somebody went to the news or got on the news and started talking about it from a driver's perspective. But majority of the time, the driver gets duped. Like this article used, the driver gets blamed for all of this stuff. the driver, Grubhub is saying one thing or putting pressure on us, and then it's like, why are you putting pressure on us? If you, like Josh, we had this conversation the other day when you said the glory days of Grubhub. The glory days. When were the glory days of Grubhub? I said the year 2018 when I signed up. What were the glory days for you?
Yeah.
Put it in the chat or in the comment section down below. The glory days for me was the first half of the year when I first signed up in 2018. Before the new pay model. What were the glory days for you, brother?
I mean, for me, it was the end of 2017. That's when it was paying the most. We used to have business card promos. So, I mean, if you drove for Uber and you threw out cards to people or left them at restaurants, you used to get kickback for them. For people signing up, you used to get driver referrals. Grubhub for work, which you've experienced, that used to be a blessing in disguise. Some of them orders used to pay about $100 because, I mean, it was the tips on those suckers were just atrocious. But, I mean, you couldn't see that nowadays. You'd be lucky to see a catering order pay out $20.
All right. Well, thank you for your contribution, brother. I want to open up the lines for somebody else to get a chance to call in. All right, I knew you had to be number one. I almost ain't answered because you wanted to be Mr. Number One. I'm gonna make you number two next time.
Your phone kept saying call failed. I had to keep calling back. You got to work on your phone, man.
Maybe it's Verizon.
Nah.
But I got another caller calling in now, brother.
Company.
I got another caller calling in.
Bye.
Let me let them through. All right.
All right, bye.
All right, later. Okay, and then I missed that call. Go ahead and call again. It was I don't even want to put out the area code that it was calling from. Just call again. The lines are open again. 954-893-2121. All right, so go on to the chat here. I want to read what you guys are putting in the chat. I'm nosy like that. WS says, glory days are right now for me. I'm making $20 to $25 an hour. And we got this caller calling in. Let's answer. Thank you for calling Gig Talk Live. Who are we speaking to?
Hey, how you doing? It's Mike from Boston.
What's up, Mike from Boston? Wait, I got to say it like you. Say it again. Hold up. Mike from what?
It's from Boston.
Mike from Boston. Did I say it right?
Boston.
We're going to be here all night trying to get me to say this correctly, man. What's up, Mike?
Boston, Mass. Listen, I think the real problem is that these companies, is both Grubhubs and the DoorDash. The problem is that their base pays are too low, and a lot of the deliveries are too many miles, are too far.
Yeah.
If the base pays was high enough, then the tips wouldn't matter because the drivers would accept it because the base pays were high enough. But these greedy companies, they want all the drivers to drive for free.
Yeah. Definitely. I 100% agree with you. If you 100% agree with Mike from Boston, put 100% in the chat or in the comment section down below. Definitely agree.
None of you guys would turn down the delivery if it was, a minimum of $7 to $8.
Right. Exactly. I remember when I first started.
The tip.
I remember when
the tip.
Go ahead.
The tip comes from the customer's heart. If the customer wants to give you a tip from their heart, it's because they love the service that they give. And you if you're getting paid, $7 to $8, $10 for every delivery, miles were under 5, 6 miles and a little radius,
Right.
Then there would be no problem with any of the deliveries.
Right. Exactly. I remember my base pay when I first got started with Grubhub. My base pay was $4.50. Was it $4.50 or four? I think it was $4.50. Don't quote me on that, but I think it was $4.50. That was my base pay before tips. How long have you been working Grubhub, Mike?
Well, there's too many years. It's too long. these companies are it's really horrible. It's like bad stuff. I've been trying to talk to the companies, to the CEOs and to the executives, but you can't even call anybody. You talk to all these people in the Philippines.
Right. Yeah. 100%. A lot of times, and I think that's who these people in the article spoke to. You know, they said, let me go back to this article really quick. Let me see where I could find it. Where it said basically that, you know, in order for them, once the order is marked delivered, they can't do anything about it. Like, how is that even a thing? Why would you even say that to a person, a paying customer? When I say a paying customer, I mean from the restaurant side, like, or even from the customer side. Why would you even say, like, once the order is marked delivered, we can't do anything about it? Like, what kind of customer service is that? They need to do a better job, man.
What the problem is when the customers are lying and they're trying to rip everybody off and they're saying the food wasn't delivered when they know that they got the food.
Well,
so,
yes. Yeah, you're right.
It's all, they're blaming it all on the driver.
Yep.
But we do know that there's a lot of really crooked and even-ass drivers out there too.
Oh yeah.
You know, so we can't pretend like all the drivers are good, because there's a lot of nasty drivers out there.
So okay, Mike, give me a percentage on how many. Well, actually, I can't even do that, because I was gonna say, give me a percentage on how many of the customers do you feel like they're very shady. Let's do it that way. How many? Give me a percentage.
Well, here in Boston, there's a lot of really, really shady people in Boston. You know, that's what we're known for up here. But you know, I think the worst customers is when I was driving in Miami and Fort Lauderdale. It's really nasty people down there.
Hey, well, damn. That's where I'm at, Mike.
Oh, I thought you was in New York.
No. I'm in Miami, Fort Lauderdale area, man, South Florida. Oh man, he basically put us on blast, South Floridians.
Isn't you? Aren't you the same guy that does that paid to drive show?
I gotta laugh at that one. Nope, I'm not paid to drive.
How many likes are you going for this show? You need 120 likes. You're gonna make this an hour show, then, right?
Yo, Mike from Boston. Listen, you got me over here cracking up, man. And you got people in the chat that's cracking up as well. Listen, man, I thank you for the laugh. I really do thank you for the laugh.
I want to say, okay, Pete, have yourself a good night, and remember, you know, to keep it in the bag.
Mike, before you hang up this phone, I gotta make sure you know who I am before you go out here calling the wrong people the wrong names. Mike, my name, what I go by on YouTube, is UDM. Okay.
That's the Universal Dancing Man, right?
All right, Mike. You have a wonderful night, man. Thank you for your contribution. Okay.
Okay. You keep pulling those $2 and $3 and $4 orders down in South Florida.
All right, we'll do, Mike. I'll definitely do them, and I'll always think about you. The lines are open again. Mike from Boston gave us a good little laugh. I don't look nothing like Pete. Okay. Let's answer this call. Thank you for calling Gig Talk Live. Who are we speaking to?
Hey, UDM, this is the gig accountant. How are you doing?
Long time, Naz. What's up, man? Haven't spoken to you for a while, but I also know that you are very busy. I mean, you're an accountant, so I would think that tax time
Right.
you would be a bit busy. And then on top of that, you know, you do have your own channel, right? So
Yeah,
you're a
absolutely.
man of many.
So, yeah, I've been
You're a hustler.
busy lately. Like, I've been working on expanding my side business, my side accounting business. So I haven't been doing too much food deliveries as of late, and especially with the coronavirus, don't kind of inclined to not venture out as much. But something that I want to get back into at some point.
But you know
But
what?
yeah, I just wanted
You know what, gig accountant?
that.
I will say before you even get started, if you were doing food delivery during the time right now when business should be very busy for you, I would probably be like, dude, what you doing? I know you would make the most of your money during like this time right now or tax time. So I'd be like, yo, why are you out here delivering food for $6, $7, $8, and you could go out there and you just do somebody taxes and get that money quick, But anyway, go ahead, brother,
Right.
talk to me.
Yeah, there's the full-time job and then there's the side hustles. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to comment on the what you were talking about, the restaurants
Yes.
complaining about drivers stealing their stuff. And yeah, I'm sure that there are some bad drivers out there, but as was mentioned by others, I think that a lot of it is just like blame shifting from the restaurants to the drivers, or it's from Grubhub company over to the drivers. And I can give you a couple of examples. Like, for instance, when I was trying to remain premier driver with Grubhub, I would just accept everything. And at times I would have over 6 orders that were assigned to me, and it would take me hours to get them all done. They would be all backed up, and everyone was angry. The customer was angry, the restaurant was angry, Grubhub was angry. But I was just trying to do what I'm supposed to be doing, to be the pro driver or a premier driver. And I was receiving the blame for that. So that's not something that was really my fault, if I was doing what Grubhub is saying that you're supposed to do.
Okay.
But that's something that drivers are receiving blame for.
Right.
Another thing is sometimes restaurants will forget things. They will not put things in order, and then it's delivered,
Right.
and the customer will complain that the driver stole it.
Right.
Because I saw on a Facebook group, people were complaining about the driver stealing all their food, and this one said, "Oh, I'm so angry. The driver stole my drink. He told me that the restaurant didn't give him a drink, but I called the restaurant, and the restaurant said that they gave him a drink. So this driver stole my drink." So
Right.
and so basically the restaurants is shifting blame over to the drivers, and us as drivers are put into this situation where we just can't win, basically.
Well, we will never be able to win. It's just during these times, I feel like it's already rough enough when these types of things aren't going on, like the pandemic. Like before the pandemic, it's like we were used to being blamed for everything, and we were just standing our ground and doing what we felt was best for us in our market. When we go pick up an order, when we go drop it off, we would cover our ASS the best that we could. We would do everything that we could to just make sure that we will be able to work this platform the next day, the following week, the following month, just basically covering every single step that we take, So, but now with this pandemic being what it is, it seems like everybody's on edge. And I said in the last stream, I don't know if you were part of that stream or if you got a chance to watch it, but it's like I said that it seems like everybody now is like a germaphobe. You walk in the door, it's like everybody, they're using their feet, their legs to open the door. They don't want to touch the door with their hands. And that's just the times that we live in now. And it just seems as if everything is just so much more sensitive that now I feel we are blamed. If we were at 100% of being blamed, now we're more like at 150 to 100 or maybe even 200% of taking the blame. It's just that much worse because of everything that's going on. Do you agree or you disagree, gig accountant?
I mean, I agree that it seems to be like a lot more angry people online in the Facebook groups and whatnot directed towards the gig drivers and the Instacart, Grubhub. Yeah, overall, it seems to be a lot more anger. And I guess a lot more people are using I would suspect that a lot more people are getting on and using these apps as well. So there's more people that are new to this, and they're like putting their venting their anger out there. So there's more attention being focused on these gig apps.
Right.
But yeah.
Okay.
All right, but yeah,
Well,
that's all I got to say.
Well, thank you for your contribution, Naz. Keep on hustling, man. Keep on getting that money. And since he called me paid to drive, I might as well say keep on hustling, keep on bustling.
All right, for real.
Do your thing, man.
Have a good one, everyone.
All right. Have a good one, brother. All right. The number is up on the screen again. Once again, my family. The number is 954-893-2121. I got a few of you calling in right now. Let's answer this call. Thank you for calling Gig Talk Live. Who are we speaking to?
Hey, UDM. This is Aaron from Florida.
Who? You're going to have to turn down the background.
From Florida. Can you hear me?
I'm hearing the background, too. Getting a little feedback.
Sorry. How about now?
All right. Awesome. Let's go. Who are you? Where are you calling from?
I'm Aaron from Florida.
Aaron from Florida. Everybody say what's up to Aaron. Never heard you before. That's why I'm asking everybody to say what's up to you. What's up, brother? Talk to me.
So since I'm new to this driver thing.
Okay.
Since we all lost our jobs. I've been doing the Uber Eats and DoorDash, but I recently heard that you cannot do both apps. So how can you make money doing one app?
You recently heard that you cannot do both apps?
Yeah. Chili's told me yesterday, saying that listen, if we catch you guys doing more than one app, you can get in trouble. You can get terminated.
So you are Jesus is King.
Yeah.
Aaron, I just mentioned that at the very beginning of the stream. Your exact comment. It was rather funny. But it wasn't funny like us laughing at you. We weren't laughing at you. It's just the thought of saying it's illegal, or you could get terminated because you're doing more than one app or more than one delivery.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we call multi-apping.
So you're not allowed to have Uber Eats and DoorDash on at the same time, right?
If they told you that, they were, in my humble opinion, I feel they were trying to get you to work just one app. I have been working multiple apps for years, brother.
Okay.
Okay? You're new to the delivery thing, and majority of the people here, I'm gonna ask this question right now to whoever's watching on the replay or whoever's watching right now. So, Aaron, our friend, he's brand new to the delivery thing. I want him to see how many of us work multiple apps. If you are a multi-apper, put multi-apper for life in the chat or in the comment section down below. I am a multi-apper. What I mean by that is not just the fact that I'm signed up for multiple apps. It's also me picking up and dropping off for two different apps. Sometimes I'm picking up from the same restaurant for two different apps. Like say I'm picking up a Grubhub and a DoorDash for two different apps. Mm-hmm. I'm doing an Uber Eats and a DoorDash, a Postmates and a Grubhub. I've never done 3 pickups at one restaurant, but I think I just might. But that's what we call multi-apping, okay? You working one app is a very difficult task to make a certain amount of money, and we're in the same market, right? South Florida?
Yeah.
We're in the same market. I've been doing this for a while. If you don't mind sharing, what areas do you work? Well, not specifically, but like say Fort Lauderdale, you work Miami.
I work in a small city. It's called St. Augustine.
Oh, you're in Florida, not necessarily my market, but you work in St. Augustine?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome to the multi-apping life, brother. If you feel one app is not making enough money for you, you can work multiple apps.
Now, can you do Uber Eats and DoorDash at the same time? Like saying, let's say Uber Eats, you get one order that's somewhere far, like 10 minutes out that way, and DoorDash, you got a restaurant that's far, like 10 minutes that way. Can you do both that way?
Okay, well, here's the problem that we're facing these days. All right, with all of these apps, they now want you, once you pick it up, to go and deliver it. So now they're letting the customer see your route. If you're not heading in the direction of the customer, you have to be very calculated if you decide to multi-app. It's not an easy task right now. It's not as easy as it once was. All right, since the customer can now see your point of accepting the order to the restaurant and then to the drop off, they know your every single move. So now that could put you in a situation where the customer might be upset with you, and then they file a complaint against you with the app, and then giving the app grounds to give you a warning and possibly suspending your account or terminating or deactivating you. Now, there are ways to do the multi-apping, but you got to be very calculated. I feel if you're not an advanced multi-apper in these times, it will be even more difficult for you. So, do one at a time. Jesus is king. Aaron?
Okay.
Do one at a time. Meaning, if you have Grubhub and DoorDash on, and one of them isn't giving you anything at all, I recommend turning on a second one and getting one from that. And then if the first one you had started giving you an order, you could reject it. You don't have to accept it. But if you decide to accept it, you're going to have to make a quick decision on whether you're going to keep the one that you have or let it go. But only before you pick it up. If you picked it up already and you have it in your car, you have to fulfill that order. Okay? You have no ifs, ands, or buts. You have to complete that order. The minute that you accept it now, they are penalizing drivers for accepting and then canceling or unassigning themselves from an order. Okay? They're literally doing that more now than they did in the past. Like I mentioned in the stream, the glory days. Okay? But there's ways to do it. You just have to be patient and you have to be on your A game. Now, it's going to take some practice.
This is what I've been doing. I've been doing both orders, right? Uber Eats and DoorDash. What I would do is do DoorDash order first, go to the restaurant, deliver their food, and then go to the other restaurant from Uber Eats and deliver their food.
Wait.
Does that
say that again? I don't want to give it. Go ahead.
So DoorDash, if I both order from different apps, I would do DoorDash first or Uber Eats, either one. Go to a restaurant and bring the food to the place I'm supposed to bring it to. Then go to the other order and go to the restaurant and then bring the order to the person. That's what I've been doing lately. But Chili's called me yesterday saying, "Hey, we saw you passed the restaurant, and we probably figured that you're doing more than one app," and that's when I got caught.
Okay, so you had 2 orders at the restaurant. You left one at the restaurant. You went to go complete.
No. Two different restaurants. 2 different restaurants.
I guess I
accepted both restaurants.
You accepted both restaurants.
Yeah, and Chili's called me passing their route and delivering the food to a little bit past their restaurant. I guess they saw on the app that I passed their restaurant, and they're like, they when I went there, they're like, "Hey, listen, we noticed that you passed the restaurant. It seems like you're doing both apps."
They called you.
They said that's illegal.
They called you, or they told you when you arrived?
They told me when I arrived.
Okay. How long was that order sitting, if you don't mind me asking?
No, not long at all. Probably like 5-7 minutes.
Okay, well, I'll tell you this. A lot of these a lot of these restaurants during these times, they're very sensitive about order sitting. Like the article I read tonight is about $500 worth of orders just sitting down, just sitting, and no one is picking them up. So these times, the restaurants want their orders to be delivered, and if they don't have anyone dining in, they're pretty much monitoring everything that's going on the outside. So
Yeah.
I say you do what you feel is best for you, but at the same time, if you have a restaurant monitoring you, brother, I know you're in a small town, but the look that I have on my face right now is like, I don't work for you. As long as I deliver the order in the timely manner that I'm supposed to, why are you monitoring me? To my knowledge, and then I'm gonna open the lines back up, brother. But because I have some other people that want to call in, but to my knowledge, the tablets or the employees at the restaurants, they can't track us, right?
For some reason, they tracked me. They're like, they said, they try to twist the words around, saying, hey, listen, we've been noticing that certain drivers are doing more than one app, and they told me that's illegal. You cannot do that. You can get terminated for that. They didn't put the blame on me, but it sounded like they're trying to, like, tell me it was me, but not, like, put the blame on me. Does that make any sense?
Okay, some people in the chat, they're saying that yes, they can, but this is something new to me, brother. I haven't been going behind the counters. I don't know what y'all doing. What y'all be doing in the restaurants? I don't know what y'all doing, but I don't go behind the counter and be like, hey, you saw me over here? You saw where I was going? I don't know. Okay, I've never heard of that.
No, I didn't do that. I didn't say that. I just, came to the parking lot, at Chili's parking lot. Yeah, I said, hey, I'm here for so-and-so's name. And they're like, just so you know that, we've been catching drivers doing them more than one app. And that's illegal. You cannot do that. Yes. You can get terminated for that.
Okay, well, one more time, family, because I'm going to let him go now. I know there's more comments. Just one more time for me. Just put it in the chat right now. Multi-apper for life. If you have picked up more than one order at the same time. All right? Just so he can see it for himself, because he's been on the phone for a while. I just want him to see the chat updated. All right? Multi-apper for life if you have picked up more than one order at one restaurant, so he can see it for himself. All right? Because this restaurant is giving him some information, and he's new, and he's trying to figure this out. Okay? You were new once upon a time, so let's help this driver out. All right, so thank you for the contribution, brother. Thank you for sharing that story or the question. I did mention it at the very beginning of this stream, so I guess you just came in late. All right, so go ahead and check out the chat and see what No problem.
All right, thank you.
All right, have a good one.
Bye. You too.
All right. So with that being said, family, I'm gonna accept one more call, just one more call regarding this Grubhub situation and how drivers are just looking terrible. Like, geez, yes, we do know, like the Mike from Boston said, I can't believe he called me paid to drive. You see the color of my skin? For real? Let's take this one last call. Thank you for calling Gig Talk Live. Who are we speaking to? What's up, Double M?
Hi, UDM.
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing tired.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Multi-apper for life. Woo!
Okay, you are a multi-apper, right. You're now a multi-apper.
Yes, sir.
So, I know you don't do Grubhub, but what do you have to say about, what we've been talking about with how sensitive everyone is, especially the restaurants are now about the orders not being picked up?
Oh, yeah, no. I don't know. I think that, that's crazy. That's like a loss of money for the restaurants. $500 is a lot, UDM.
It
wow.
is. It definitely is a lot.
That's a lot of money for food, especially hot. That goes to waste. They lose money. Like, that's bad.
Yeah, it definitely makes us look bad. But what do you feel could be a solution to this issue? I mean, if drivers are exercising their rights to, accept and reject accept what they want, reject what they don't want, and then one of these orders that don't cost 500, but one of them doesn't have a tip on it, and Grubhub is only going to be paying a driver, let's say $4 to $7, but the driver have to drive about maybe 5 to 10 miles total for this order. Like, if no one wants to pick it up, why should we be forced to pick it up? We're independent contractors. What do you feel about that? How do you feel about that?
No, nobody needs to be forced. If that's the case, then we might as well be W-2s. No, I don't agree. Definitely do not agree. Nobody should be forced to do anything. That's what makes us independent. Nobody should have to do anything.
Right.
Nobody should be forced to do nothing. If you're going to do that, then pay me by the hour then.
Yeah, but
that's the whole issue of us
W2?
doing this right here.
I'm saying, if you've been doing this full time, there's nothing wrong with the
Right.
W-2. But I'm saying, like, if this is a way to make some easy, quick, fast money, it's like you don't need a boss, or you don't have to wake up, oh my gosh, I'm late, or whatever. You don't have to do that.
Exactly.
You can just wake up and go make the money that you need to make. Who would want to leave that life to go back to a W-2? I mean, I know I did, but it was more of a vision that I had. Now I saw an opportunity, and I decided to leave this and take lower pay to go and follow my dreams. But it didn't work out. But then I came right back to this because this is my bread and butter. This is what I do to take care of my family. So,
exactly, because I'm not an Amazonian. Boom! Exactly. As soon as Instacart put me back on, I'm taking every order. I do more Instacart than I do Roadie.
Right. So
I'm making bank on that.
Yeah.
And no hugging.
Right.
Not even.
Right.
I'm like 12 feet in front of people. I see them coming, I go left.
Hey, Rideshare Lisa, I want to make sure I get this out. Rideshare Lisa, I'm not saying that anything is wrong with a W-2. All right, some of us is a W-2 and a gig worker. I'm not saying anything is wrong with having a W-2 at all. No.
Oh, yeah,
I'm saying,
definitely. Right.
Wait, Double M. Let me get this out to Rideshare Lisa. All right, so,
okay.
So basically, what I'm saying is I wouldn't want to leave what makes me more money and then go back to a W-2. I wouldn't want to do that. I did it one time already, but that was because I had a vision. A vision that, it didn't work out, but I came right back to this. So I wouldn't want to leave this to go to a W-2 just because I want to have a W-2.
Correct.
So, but anyway.
That's why I wear the shirt. Do what you love and love what you do.
Right.
Nobody's saying that a W-2 is a bad thing. It's bad for me, personally. But if you love doing a W-2, more power to you. I got your back. Woo! I'm not dissing that. But it ain't for me. That's the itch. For me personally. Right. And as far as customers, well, I don't know, I don't know about restaurants and the customers, but for Instacart and Roadie, they love me. They go from giving me a piece of a tip to more tip. And I'm 5-starring all the way.
Right.
I love it. The stores love me. Both for Roadie and for Instacart. The grocery stores, the CVS, more along the lines of the grocery stores, because I go to the same ones mainly because it makes me money, and mostly my Home Depot. Yeah, woo-hoo! They love me. But the customers do too, because I talk to them all the time. I'm a talker. I'm learning to text better.
All right. Well, anything else you want to share with the family before we hang up?
Oh, no, yeah, you know me. I love y'all. Woohoo! I'm a multi-offer for life. Now you can send me this year for my birthday. Send me a shirt, purple, 2X, says multi-offer for life.
All right, Double M. All right, well, thank you for your contribution, okay?
Huh? Excuse me?
All right, well, thank you for your contribution.
Thank you. I love you all so much. Yes, I was texting you driving, but anyway, we won't go there. But yes, I was saying hi to everybody. So yes, I love you all. You all be safe. Y'all be blessed. Y'all enjoy the rest of tomorrow. Woohoo! And give kisses to the kiddies. Give kisses to Mrs. UDM, and y'all have a blessed evening now. Okay? And enjoy
right.
tomorrow. Be safe out there. For real. Social distancing. 12 feet. Forget that 6 feet. 12 feet. I don't want nobody sick. Thank
All
you,
right.
UDM. Enjoyed the stream. I enjoyed it. Thumbs up from me. Woo!
All right,
And
Double M.
everybody, have a good night, and you have a good evening too, sir. All right.
All right, have a great night.
All right.
All right, bye-bye.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Okay, so that was the last call of the night, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed this stream, if you enjoyed the conversation, if you feel that there were probably some things that I missed in the chat and you wanted to be heard or you wanted me to respond to it, just put it in the comment section down below, because the chat is moving sometimes. I have to look at the camera, I have to engage, I have to do multiple different things all by myself, including putting this number on the screen and taking it off. I forgot to put my little Gig Talk Live interactive podcast in my lower third, you know what I'm saying? You see this thing right here? Right here? Yeah. I had to put that down, but I forgot to put it down at the beginning of the stream. But hey, it is what it is. If you enjoyed it, make sure you squeeze the life out of that like button for me, please. Just squeeze it. How about that? Don't hate on me. Just squeeze the life out of the like button for me, please. And if you just subscribed, I now salute to you. And Delivery Fam, do the best that you can when you go out here. Whether you're a beginner, whether you're advanced, it doesn't even matter. Right now, yeah, you're out there to make your money. If you're going out there to make your money, that's all. That should be your focus, your ultimate focus, right there. The money. I know that people need help. I know people need food. But guess what? You do too. You do too. Your family needs food as well. So you go out there and do what you feel is best for you. Okay? You want to stay 6 feet away from people? By all means, you do so. You want to stay 12 feet away from people? By all means, you do so. I don't want any of y'all getting sick. Okay? Maybe, let me hold my tongue right there. I was going to say something to Mike from Boston. I was going to say something to him, but we're gonna go past that. All right? So, squeeze the life out of that like button for me, please, family. And let's get up out of here. How about that? We got to pass some gas. That's what we got to do. At the end of every single stream, got to pass some gas. Fart music. Mike from Boston. Pro for you, good night. Lady Net, good night. John Spaulding, good night. Cindy Riddle, good night. To answer your question, who me? Yes. Exoplanet Research, I had some awful farts the other day. They all coming out tonight as well. Trizzle, good night. Hey. Salvin Renaissance, good night. Terry Moore, good night. Aranka, good night. And Rog. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the official end of the stream. All right, so you guys be safe out on the road. If you're out on the road right now, if you're out on the road, make sure you get home safe. And if you're home, make sure you get some rest. All right, especially if you don't feel well. Okay, make sure you take some medication. Make sure you go see your doctor. If you have a fever, make sure you get that checked out. Okay, I don't want to lose any one of y'all. Okay, to what we got going on nowadays. So be safe at all times. Practice social distancing. Treat everybody like they got it. How about that? Okay, just be as safe as you can. And I will see y'all in the next stream. All right, love y'all, family. Cut that volume down a little bit.
Bye.